Hi guys, welcome back. So we've been talking a lot about vertex and how to find it from a graph and from a table. This week, what we're going to start looking at is how do I now use that in the equation? So up here at the top of the screen, you'll notice that we've got our vertex form of a quadratic function. Okay, so if you look at that equation there, that's our basic equation. We've got the a value, we got the h value, and the k value. Those are each going to do different things to our parabola, and we're going to talk about what those things are. So notice that the vertex is found right there in the equation by using the h and the k value that are written there. So if we have the equation, we can easily find the vertex, and if we have the vertex, we can easily write the equation. So it's really easy to use the form both ways. All right, so let's first look at what happens here when I look at that a value. What exactly does that control in my parabola? So if you look at the blue graph here on your screen, we've got our parent function x squared. Notice that the vertex is right here at 0, 0. This is called our parent function. There's nothing special about this graph. It hasn't been moved around. It doesn't look different or unique. It's just our basic parabola. Okay, so now let's investigate what's going to happen when I start to change that a value. So let's pick a number, 5. All right, so we can still see our blue graph, our normal x squared. Also, notice that now this red graph is still at 0, 0, so the vertex hasn't been moved, but it's gotten a little bit skinnier. So that's one thing that the a value does, is it changes how wide or narrow the parabola gets. We're not going to dig a whole lot into that right now, so put that on the side burner, but we're going to look at what happens when I use different kinds of numbers. So let's think about a different type of number. I know, let's try negative numbers. What just happened to my parabola? It flipped upside down. So I went from an upwards facing U to a downwards facing U. So it flipped or reflected, geometry term, across our x-axis. So if I use a positive number, it's going to stay facing upwards. If I use a negative number for a, it's going to flip downwards. This is called our orientation. Okay, so a controls your orientation. And we're going to investigate what the other things do, H and K, here in just a second. But remember that A controls if it's facing upwards, if A is positive, or if it's facing downwards when A is negative. Okay, that's it. That's all A does. Catch me back here for H and K.